Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. This is Battle Mode and I'm playing Conquest of Elysium 5 again. I think it's time for me to start playing a new series, and I just really want to play Conquest of Elysium. It's been a while since I've touched this game. There's been a couple of updates since the last time that I played it. I think the last time I played it online would have been when Monkey Maharaja was added, I think. Or Raksharaja. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Monkey Maharaja for Explorminate. So I want to actually do something a little bit different this time with Conquest of Elysium. This is such a versatile game in many ways, and I think I want to try to do something that I did way back on Explorminate when this game was released, which was to show you that you can play kind of a team game just using one player, using the hot seat mode, and it kind of really opens up a different style of game, really. Conquest of Elysium is a bit of a strange one in the sense that I think if you try to play it as a straight war game, as if you're playing Dominions or something, it can be, you know, the random elements in the game and the fact that the AI plays in a sort of explorative way rather than trying to kill you outright makes it a bit of a strange sort of war game if you're playing it like that. Conquest of Elysium, really, its strengths are that it's a very, very good role-playing experience and an adventure game. You know, and that's why the game is set up so that you have kind of character classes rather than races or nations, you know, like you would in Dominions. So I think that Conquest of Elysium really kind of begs to be experimented with. And yeah, playing with the hot seat settings is something that you can do now. When I first tried it on Explorminate, although, you know, a couple of years ago, it didn't really work. And I think the guys from Illwinter must have kind of checked that video, or at least somebody had complained about that particular thing, because now it's quite possible to play hot seat and for you to kind of team up with your own, you know, with your other teammates, and, you know, kind of attack units at the same time. I think that was what the problem was. I think it was that you weren't able to coordinate attacks, whereas now you can. So they've kind of gone into the systems a little bit and kind of shaken things up a little bit and just tightened up that side of the gameplay so that cooperative gameplay through hot seat actually works well. Let's go into the game and see what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to put the map on large and let's put it on Empire, because I like this map. I like Empire and Monarchy a lot for just standard games. I think that they give you plenty of stuff to do. They give you plenty of kind of cities and towns to be able to take over. So these ones are particularly nice if you're playing any of the character classes that kind of require gold or sacrifices, or, you know, anything that you get from, or hands of death as well. That's another one. Okay, so I'm going to leave it on Empire. I'm going to put Common Cause on. So this means that if you're playing with teams, if one of the players loses their citadel, then yeah, they get to carry on playing until all the citadels of the teams have lost. Because I'm playing a team game, this is going to be important. I'm going to put Wilder on, because we're going to be playing as a team here, and it's going to be kind of easy if I put it on if I don't put Wilder on, I think, at the start. Now, getting the settings right on Conquest of Elysium can be a little bit of a challenge until you know what you're doing. And I'll be honest with you, I've not really done much with this since I tried that first time at Explorminate. So I'm going to be experimenting here. We might lose a game or two, in which case we just restart again. I'm going to put battle reports on because they are just essential. I think this should be a essential thing in this game now. And everything else I'm going to leave as it is. We could have west to east. That might be an interesting way of playing. So all the players, you know, on one team start on one side, and all the players on the other team start on the other. I think I might try that, actually. Yeah, I might try that. The only thing about that is that if we start clustered, then the wilder setting's not going to be quite as brutal. But if I put it on west to east, we might find that we start a fair way away from one another. Anyway, let's try this, see how it goes. We're going to call this game a controlled experiment, right? I'm going to have 8 players, and I'm going to put the AI on Butler, I think. I think Knight might be a little bit too brutal for a team game. Yeah, it's just getting this right. This is the thing. I'm still not 100%, and I've been playing this loads. I play loads of Conquest of Elysium, but I think that I think Butler might be about right if the AI's got the ability to team up with one another. What I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to make some. Yeah, I'm going to pick my players. So just kind of carry on with that thing that I was doing at Explorminate. I'm going to pick myself Kobold King. I'm going to go with a Necromancer. Now, Kobold King and Necromancer together have got a nice little synergy because the Kobold King spews out lots of units. You know, he gets free spawn units, and I mean, Kobold King's got some really cool units in the late game anyway. But it's got a nice variety of units too. But the Necromancer is very, very powerful. And we've got a nice synergy here because what we can do is we can throw loads of kobolds into the battle. They'll die and then the Necromancer can raise them up. So we're going to get lots of free spawn. You know, we're going to get free spawn and then we're going to get extra free spawn once we've done that. Now, obviously the Necromancer does have this kind of little mechanic in there, which means that you can't just keep raising dead all the time without going crazy. At least not until you've leveled yourself up, you know, to the higher levels. So, and I'm still not that familiar with Necromancer, I've got to be honest. I've played it a few times and I played it through a few times, and it's really powerful, but it takes a little while to get going. Same with Kobold King, actually. I found Kobold King's a little slow to start too. Anyway, now we've got to pick another couple of characters, and I kind of like this evil vibe that we're going on. Now, there are some interesting choices. Now, bearing in mind that, you know, there's kind of no good or bad in this, really. What I like about Illwinter games is they really do kind of, they leave the good-evil axis relatively, you know, ambiguous, and deliberately so. You've certainly got characters that pretend to be good, like like the Senator, you know, and you got some that are kind of quite obviously sort of evil, like the High Priestess. I mean, it's quite difficult to look at the High Priestess and not think that she's just horrendously evil. High Priestess is an interesting character because you have to kind of eat towns in order to be able to progress. So that would be kind of running counter to what we've got with the Necromancer, so not going to be a very good synergy there. We could try picking something that needs forest, which might be a good one. Witch or Troll King. Dryad Queen would be another, and then we've got the Druid too. Now, not quite sure, like, thematically, whether, you know, a Necromancer and a Dryad Queen would be particularly in cahoots. Although then I think of something like, oh, what's the, we got Dominions 5 in the Middle Age. I remember the kind of Pangaea, sort of, the evil version of Pangaea. I've forgotten what they're called now, but the ones that have all the mannequins. But yeah, that could be an interesting kind of thing. Scourge Lord's another one that might work quite well. Maybe what we'll do in this one is have like a good versus evil. If I kind of go with the evil guys, and then maybe we have the good forces on the other side, that could be quite good fun. I'm not going to pick Markgraf. The reason being is because we've already got a Necromancer, and halflings annoy me. I've started to pick up Daz's hatred of halflings. I don't actually mind them in Conquest of Elysium. I actually think the Hobergs in Conquest of Elysium are about the best use of, you know, Tolkien's Hobbit kind of thing that I've ever seen in a strategy game. I really like them. I really don't like them in Age of Wonders at all. I think we want one strong wizard class. We've already got the Necromancer, I guess, but maybe Demonologist might be a good bet. So yeah, and I do like the Demonologist a lot. So let's go with the Demonologist. We're going to make him a red colour. And so what do we got? I kind of want one that will, maybe the Witch. Maybe the Witch. Sorry, folks. Probably should have decided what I was going to do off camera, but I thought you might like to see my, you know, thought process. Okay, let's go with the Witch here, and we're going to give her this kind of, give her a kind of green colour, I guess. Sort of this sort of colour. Okay, all right. That's going to be my team, and they're going to be starting on the west, I assume. And then we're going to have the AI. So let's pick something a little bit different for those guys. Who do we want to go against? Well, a Baron's a nice idea. Let's go with the Baron. Make him yellow. Okay. Who else could we have? Druid would be fun, because Druid might be someone that the that we can fight against is with the witch. So we have the druid as kind of a dark green. Okay, Baron Druid. Voice of El could be one. That might be interesting because it kind of puts a little bit of time pressure. Also, we could play against something like the Monkey Maharaja. That might be fun actually because he's kind of good, I guess. Sort of, you know, fits with that sort of good alignment thing. I mean, at least the deities that they are worshipping are certainly on that kind of good spectrum, I'd say. So we've got a Baron Druid, Monkey Maharaja. So the Baron's going to be taking the villages. This Druid's forest character. Monkey Maharaja is kind of a forest character. Might be a little bit of... might make things a little bit difficult for one another, actually. I don't think he's actually taking forest, though, is he, if I remember right. And then let's put something else up. Let's go with... we could go with Enchanter. That might be fun. Yeah, why not? Okay, so we've got a large map. There's going to be... If this works out well, this should be quite fun. I think that, you know, with the game on Wilder, it's going to take a little bit longer to expand. It'll be actually fighting against the NPCs. It'll be quite fun against the independent factions, and then we've got actually a decent set of AI to play against. I'm wondering if I just want to make these colours a little bit easier to understand. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, let's start. Kobold King. I really hate picking names. I'm just going to give them all random names. There we go. Iknar's turn. Okay, so we've got Iknar, the Kobold King. Let's just see where we've all started. Oh, we're on the east. Okay. Alright, this is interesting. So Kobold King's kind of down in the sort of centre by the looks of it. Yeah, I reckon the bottom of the map's going to be around here somewhere. So Kobold King started off in some mountains. And we got an iron mine next to us as well. So that's going to be nice to get. It's just one troll. Ah, right. Now, we want to get this as quickly as possible. The only other thing is, though, that trolls are really, really nice if you can capture them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do some exploring. What are the characters we've got? Okay, so we've got the Red Kobold Shaman. Or Shaman. Fire Shield and Flame Burst. Okay. Those are two good spells to start off with, I guess. Yeah, Fire Shield's a good spell. Flame Burst is decent too. Okay. And then we've also got Keki. Keki. Which is just a Red Kobold Chief. Probably want to be... Let's take some troops out and we're going to do some exploring. We'll just leave a few here in case something decides to walk in. Maybe we leave Keki here too. Yeah, because then we can use Keki to ferry troops over. What I'm going to do first is just do a little bit of exploring. Now, let me just have a look at the Necromancer too. Necromancer's got started... Again, we've got another troll. A whole bunch of... Well, 5 trolls, lots of goblins. Okay. That, again, if the witch... I wonder if we can... Yeah, we can look at the witch here, look. Okay, so she's got charm, look. Charm's really, really good, because... Now, if we can capture some trolls early on, that would be a really, really nice little toy to play with. Because some, trolls regenerate. They're really, really strong. If you buff them up, they are absolutely monstrous to deal with. Monstrous. And there's 5 of them here. So I think, yeah, maybe obviously we want to try and get the iron mines. And the more gems that we can get as the kobold, obviously, the better. Witch is started next to a coal mine. We've got some umbrals here. They're pretty scary as well. They can be banished, but we don't have anything that can do that, I don't think. And then we've got the demonologist up this direction. Okay, he's got Blood Boil, Agony, and Summon Imps. And Summon Imp and Strength. That's nice. That's a nice little combination too. They've started near a city. Okay. So this is kind of like, this is basically simulating what it's like to play a team game, except you're just playing with one person. And obviously the challenge is going to be quite interesting because, the AI will also be, you know, able to team up on you. You've got to kind of consider that when you're moving forwards. Okay, let's just move this way. Okay, we've got a tower. Okay, and I think I'm just going to go and take this farm this turn. Okay, and we've got 1 captain and 8 halberdiers. Now, these guys can actually just charge out and attack your city. You've got to be a little bit careful of that. So, yeah, we're going to have to take over this pretty quick. So that's going to be his first job. And I think we're just going to end the turn there. Yeah, well, it's been such a long time since I played. I think it's Y, isn't it? Oh, he's still, yeah, he's still got an action point left. Let's just put him on sentry. Okay. Okay, so we've got Lars here, the necromancer. This looks like it might be a little bit more straightforward. We are going to use Anselm here. Black Cloud. Okay, not the best spell. Soulless. But I mean, this is a good spell. It's just a little bit... Disease is a bit of a funny one. It's not immediately useful in combat, if I remember right. I can't remember what disease does. I don't think it does much in the immediate term. But it's definitely good if you want to attack, you know, a stack of enemies and you give them disease. Yeah, reanimation is always good though. And we've got strength sap. That gives them weakness. We've got fear. Soul vortex. Another nice spell. And then we've got weakness again. This is a burst 25 weakness. That's actually pretty good. Weakness synergizes quite nicely with necromancers because you make all your enemies weaker, and then it kind of makes up for the fact that you've got a lot of kind of low-level troops. Necromancer starts... oops, I hit the wrong button there. Still using WASD for some reason. Yeah, there we go. My hotkeys will come back to me. It's been a little while since I played this game. So, yeah, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to just take these towns, or these farms, and then see if we can't find ourselves a graveyard. Now, we've got Raised Dead, Raven Spy, and Major Summoning. Okay, this is a good spell. This incantation will summon forth a powerful undead servant, not least amongst which is the Ghost, the Banshee, the Wraith, and the Dracolish. Okay, but you need 75 Hands of Death for that, or Hands of Glory. Sorry. Let's send this guy. Yeah, let's go north. I'm just going to take this one here too. Okay, this might be a bad idea. Okay, reanimation is okay though, because he's gonna reanimate Soulless, so I think he can probably defend that on his own. I don't think that these guys will come out of their tower immediately, but it wouldn't be the first time that it's happened if they do. So we'll see. Terpenes or Turpine. Turpine. Okay. Again, what we want to do here is we don't want to take all of our troops. We just need a few guarding the tower. Yeah, we've got wolves here, for example. Look. I don't think 8 wolves are going to be particularly scary, to be honest. Probably wise for me to try and kill them. What's Turpine got? We've got Strength, Blood Boil, Agony, and Summon Imps. We should be able to kill 8 wolves with this. Let's take both of these guys out this way, and we're going to just go straight for these wolves. We'll just kill those and just eliminate them as a potential threat for the, you know, for taking our town. Ateri. So Ateri is our witch. She's got Venom, which is a poison attack. It's a very strong one. We've got Charm, which is an excellent spell. Acid Mist, 25 burst, 1 to 2 damage. And then we've got Poison Mist, which is 1 to 8 damage. But Acid, I think Acid damages armor as well, if I remember right. And it's also, yeah, it's armor negating. Yeah, I don't think it damages armor. It just doesn't, armor doesn't affect it. So, yes, very good spell. Now we've got a Coastal Hamlet up there that looks like there's nothing in there. We've got Panteriste, the Witch's Apprentice, too. She's got Acid Cloud and Poison Cloud as well. So, hang on. She's got Acid Cloud. She's got Acid Mist. Okay, so she's Panteriste here has got kind of like the level 1 version of what Ateri's got too. Now, we don't have very many troops here. Yeah, really not very many troops at all. Let's go and get the coastal hamlet first, and then I'll come down here and get this woods, I think, or this forest. So, okay, we've got a bear. If we can charm that bear, that would be nice. And then we've also got a village here with some archers and spearmen. Because we're on Wilder, there's going to all the towns, hamlets, etc. are going to have much stronger defenses. So it's important that I pick my battles a little bit more carefully than I normally would. Okay, now the AI gets to move. Okay. Allied forces have been fighting in forests. Okay, let's just have a look what's gone on here. Okay, yeah, so we'll just watch this battle with the... Ooh. There we go. Great job. Didn't lose a single troop. 8 wolves killed. Good job. Okay. So, Iknar. You know what? I'm really excited to play it like this because this is the first time I've been able to play it. Well, this is the first time I've tried playing it really with playing as a team game. And just to further expand on my thoughts, by the way, I started playing before I actually finished off what I was saying, but I think Conquest of Elysium is a bit of a strange, war game to play as a straight war game. Although it does work like that, and it's not a bad game in that respect. It's not a bad game at all. But I think you can really mess with the settings to kind of make it do some interesting stuff. And this is a way you can probably make the game play a little bit more like a straight war game if you're playing it in 2 teams against one another, facing off against one another and kind of moving across the land. There's always going to be an adventurous aspect to this game. And, that's part of the reason why I love this game so much, because it is an adventure game as much as anything else. Okay, Lars. I think what we're going to do here is going to explore down this way. No, just remind myself how many troops we've got here. Yeah, we should be able to kill a spearman and an archer pretty easily. Oops, hit the wrong button. Never mind. Okay, well, we'll just explore down here then. Dear. I know there are some of my viewers absolutely hate it when I make blunders, but that's what happens, I'm afraid, when you're an idiot like me. Okay, so let's go and take this wolf. This wolf's come down out of this area here, so we're just going to go and kill that. Okay, that's overrun. Yeah, very cautious moves at the start of the game, I think, is the aim of the game. 2 spearmen and 2 archers. I'm going to go and get this bear next. I'm going to see if I can charm him. That would be really nice. It might kill us. That's always possible. Okay, we've got fighting in a hamlet, so here we go. There we go. Just death and flame. Okay, and then we've got the allied forces fighting in the forest. Let's just have a look and see how this one went. I really wanted to charm it. No, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. We're just going to poison all our own troops instead. Okay, we've got a black kobold murderer available. And a kobold scout. A black kobold scout. The black kobold scout's quite a good unit. We definitely want a scout. What do I do? I think I'm going to buy the scout. Now, we can't afford the murderer anyway, so let's move this guy, just doing a little bit of exploration, and then we're going to head back here. Let's just see what we've got, what Keki's got here. Oh, he's still got... they're starting to build up some of these kobolds. They just grow every turn. Now, rather than bring him out to meet him, I think I'm going to just move him back. Move him out this way. 4 levies here. Yeah, we got... looks like we've got a lot of this faction, the Imperial faction. I forget what they're called now exactly. I can't remember what they're called now, but yeah, this faction here. I think they are I think it's the Empire faction. I really like the new faction thing in Conquest of Elysium 5, by the way. I think that was a really nice addition to the game. It's so subtle, but it just makes a big difference. Okay. Alright, so Lars is going to go and continue to do what he was originally planning on doing before I sent him off in the wrong direction. Yeah, we're still building up money so we can buy some troops. I'm just going to keep Anselm there. I'm fairly sure he can defend this on his own. Okay. Okay, we are getting a few sacrifices here with Turpine, but we need to keep moving. So let's just go further south and just see what we've got. Oh, we got these 2 cities, look. But yeah, as because we got it on Wilder, these are pretty beefy. I think they're going to be quite. That one's probably an easier target. Although those Zweihanders are very, 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 very scary. The Great Sword was originally not used by the common soldiers in Elysium. However, after a major setback against superior number of Hoburgers, a faster way of killing a Hoburger was needed. With the Great Sword, it's possible to kill 2 or even 3 Hoburgers with a single sweep and turn the tide of battle against smaller foes. This development gave rise to the Zweihander troops, who wield great swords and wear heavier armor to compensate for the lack of a shield. So these guys, they've got the sweep attack. So yeah, they're actually really good for just kind of killing loads of chaff units, which is exactly what the. This is why I love Conquest of Elysium. The guys, it's kind of tongue in cheek, but you know they're so aware of the game meta. You know, because they play their games a lot, I think, and obviously they play. I think they really play their own games. You know, they don't just test them. They really play them, and they kind of insinuated that when we did the review for when we did our interview with Explorminate. They play these games a lot, right? And they know they pay attention to what the fans are saying as well. So that's what I love about these games. You can tell they're made with love. But I am anything that kills Hoburgs is good as far as I'm concerned. We'll have to get some of those things. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I'm going to bring this guy back and pick up some more troops, because these things die in droves when they face any really serious resistance. So the more of them we've got, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe we. No, I'll wait. I'll wait for him to come out. I'm not going to leave this undefended. We're not in a hurry. Okay, there's been a battle in a farm. I've got to be a bit careful with that spell that we don't disease our own troops. Oh no, that's Soul Vortex. My bad. So Soul Vortex and Weakness is fine. Strength Sap. I don't think we're going to need that. I'm going to put Fear up instead. Fear's a really good spell, right? If you come up against something that it's seemingly difficult to beat, like a troll, you cast Fear on it, man, that guy's going to run away. They don't. Trolls are really weak to Fear. It's a really good spell. Okay. So we've got 17 units here. This is quite a weak city. And it's a good one as well. It's a recruitable place. I forget which key it is now. There we are. Gold income 5. We've got 2 trade. So it's a good trade place. Gives us, helps us with our trade. It's got a good hand of glory income. It's a citadel and a library. We want to get this as quickly as we can. As quickly as we can. It's going to go south, up, and then I'm going to kill these deer. Just to get those out of the game. We've lost one of our. Oh, we've lost our gallows to this slinger and bandit here. That's annoying. They're not going to threaten my tower though. Here's Turpine. Okay. I think we're going to keep moving down to the south and just seeing what we got down this way. Okay, so we've kind of linked up our lands here between the witch and the demonologist. Okay, 2 spearmen, 4 archers. Right, that's a little bit much for us to deal with this little force. The witch should be able to get. Let me just see what special powers she's got. Okay, we've got minor summoning. We can cast that next turn. Panteriste, she's also got Bog Eye. That's a good spell. I'm not going to cast it now because I want some troops. Actually, we can get that. We can actually get the minor summoning up. Okay, so she's found a swamp monster. This guy's got a lot of hit points. Look, and he's he's poison resistance as well, so pretty useful. What we want to do is, I'm going to get her to come down and attack this troll, and with a little bit of luck we can charm the troll. I'd really like that. That would be really helpful. Yeah, we've just got no money at the moment. Start of the game of Conquest of Elysium is always going to be a little bit slow if you play on Wilder, I think. Okay, Allied forces have been fighting in a plane. What's happened here? Okay, this is just the necromancer firing, killing some deer. Okay, we got a red kobold chief available. I'm not going to buy him. Let's get Keki to come out with everything he's got apart from these guys. Then Inka's just going to take all of those. Yeah, and Keki is just going to move back. There's going to be a little bit of a ferrying mission here. And then we're going to go... I think our next job we will take this town here. Or this village, sorry. Okay. Yeah, this is... I've got my eyes on this prize here, but we first need to go and finish off these bandits, because they're bugging me at the moment. They're taking all my stuff, so... I'm going to get Anselm just to go and take that back. I'll go and grab that coastal hamlet later. There might be something in there. Something we can't see. Okay, we've got an old battlefield here. This is nice. So what we want to do is we want to send one of these guys up and take this old battlefield, because that is going to give him... I mean, not only are there going to be loads of undead there, you know, loads of corpses, sorry, but they're going to give us Hands of Glory, I think. If I remember right, I think you get Hands of Glory from those two, which would be a very good thing for us to get. 14 units here, it's a bit much for us. And we've got goblins. Oh, those guys got some magic items, look. The Sceptre of the Goblin King. The sceptre was first found by a grave robber. Later it was taken by a band of goblin brigands, and one of these brigands used the sceptre to make himself the Goblin King. The sceptre will curse anyone struck by it and can engulf opponents in flames from a distance. Okay. So it can cast Flame Burst, and it's also... Okay, it will cause curse if it strikes anyone. Okay, that's not bad. They've got Forest Stealth. What other weapon is... There's a Breastplate of Protection, 5 hit point and 3 armor. That's a nice weapon. That's a nice thing as well. So yeah, we want to go and grab that, but not yet. We do need to... This guy, Demonology is always really weak at the start of the game, so we're going to have to just spend a bit of time leveling up first. Leveling up's not the right word, but you know, building some forces is what I mean. And Witch is just going to be expanding... yeah, she's not got enough troops yet to be able to take on that troll. The thing is, if she casts the wrong spell and she doesn't cast Charm, then we could end up... And he's got a lot of like chaff troops around him too. So if she casts Charm and it doesn't actually charm the troll, then you know it's going to be annoying. So I think what I'm going to do is just going to spend some time just getting some more fungi. Alright folks, I'm going to leave the game there. So that's going to be the end of the first episode. Hope you're enjoying the series so far. Let me know what you think about what I'm doing, because I'm interested to get some feedback on this kind of gameplay. I like playing Conquest of Elysium. It's one of those games that I can just play and I rarely get bored of. I have to play Conquest of Elysium for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on end to get bored of it. And there are as you've seen, there's so many different ways to play it. So let me know what you think in the comments, and I will catch you next time. Take it easy.